DJ House of Pain, Sound Kind of Special. house thing. Sound kind of special.
Mafuyo, see the one Mafuyo, Mafuyo, I know your Mafuyo. Where you are now, I do have more than you. So I know I can't blind. See the one more than you. We do have more than you. See the one Mafuyo, I know your Mafuyo. Do you know? Tanya, do you know? Do you know? I do have more than you. Mafuyo, see the one Mafuyo.
Good evening, folks. I'm St. LIBERIA Public Radio. I want to thank all of you again for tuning in to LIBERIA Public Radio. We're going to have a wonderful time here this evening. Sitting in tonight for Mr. Soul is the liberal progressive himself. And so I say to the conservatives, those of you that come to Mr. Soul show because of his conservative view, I am sorry, this is a liberal view tonight, and I'm not going to pull punches. I want to welcome all of you, and when he comes back, you can come in with your conservative ideas. That's okay. I'm a liberal. I don't hide it. Thank you very much, and we say thank Mr. Soul. He's on an assignment. And we thought we'd take this opportunity tonight to continue to spew our liberal view, folks. I'm not pulling punches on that. I'm not going to apologize for my progressive liberal view. That's all that I have to say. But anyway, thank you very much. This is LIBERIA Public Radio sitting in tonight for Mr. Soul, who is on assignment, deep assignment, folks. And he will be back here, as you know. Usually when he goes on these assignments, when he comes back, the LIBERIA Public Radio is on fire, no question asked. And so I don't expect anything less when he comes back. But in the meantime, we want to thank all of you again tonight for joining us. This is Samson Toll, LIBERIA Public Radio. We want to say, as of course, we will do the best here tonight. But safety. It's the winter time, folks. Hopefully your house is already winterized. And what do I mean by that? Usually when you're going into winter, most people in the winter over there would try to run water in the entire line of your pipes, because the water is coming from, service coming from outside. So from the street or from the sidewalk, because most of your valves are right there on the sidewalk. So from the sidewalk to come in the house, there's a space in between. And usually in the east, because I live in the east, I know about that, the pipes are usually usually deeper, about 4 feet, because they believe the frost line, according to engineering principle, I don't know what principle that is, but the frost line don't go anything below 4 feet. So your pipe are around about 4 feet deep. Okay, and especially if you're on a flat land, but if you're on your house is on top of the hill, and most of the houses they build for you guys, they're a little bit higher than your usual street, so that when the flood comes out, it gives you more time to leave the house with trying to escape the place with some of your stuff, so the water doesn't come fall in. So most of the houses, if you look around your houses, they drain most of your slope, the landscape drain away from the houses. They do that so that water don't rush in. Water comes out, but then when you flood, water comes in, but very slowly. Okay, but anyhow, going back to the pipe, the service line from your house, from the main service to your house, they make it a little bit deeper. So in order, but all this thing I'm talking about just to winterize your house, folks. I don't mean to go engineer on you. Sorry about that. But anyway, so what you do is before winter comes in, because you don't want the water that is in the pipe already, if it's cold, you get some ice sit in there, and then you have issues, pipe burst and stuff like that. So what you do, you slowly open the faucet and let it drain out. Let new fresh water comes in, and maybe about 2, 3, 4 minutes or so, and then you're ready to go. That's part of winterizing your house. Now, deep winterization of a house is deeper than that. That you take some stuff to sell in the store, okay, and you connect it to your pipe and you pump it, and it goes through all throughout the pipe, and it's just like you do with your car, antifreeze or whatever it is. But then that takes take care of all of the stuff that's supposed to be stuck in there, whatever. You winterize. Then you do the windows. The window part of it, usually most houses, they have leaks. Don't tell them, say, you have protection and things like that, and all of the fiberglass and things like that, they're going to protect it. No, window leaks. So what you do, you go to your nearest hardware store, and they sell what they call visqueen. So clear plastic papers. Okay, most of them, they're a roll, but usually it's about 4 feet wide. Okay, and you take that and you tape it all around your window. You put it on the window and you tape around it to make sure no air coming in, no air going out. You do that to conserve heat. You do that to save money, heating bill. All the trouble I'm going through just to save you some heating bill. Simple. Okay, that's why you winterize your house. Once that is done, then you have only the opening. If you do it correctly, then the door opening, your door in and out, I can't help you with that, because most of the time you put cloth behind the door, you open it, sometimes you forget. I can't help you with that. But that's how you winterize the house. On the car, you do similar stuff like that. But hopefully by this time, your antifreeze, everything's ready. Check your brakes. Make sure brakes are correct. When you get out of the house, to go anywhere, just take few minutes of your time to do visual inspection of your car. I don't care whether the car new, brand new, whatever. Just walk around the car, because when you're driving, you're usually moving at a speed that sometimes you don't hear a lot of things outside in a car, or except in a car. So somebody hit you or something hit something, you park somewhere, something happening. But when you walk around, you will see. And one of the main reasons that I continue to insist that you walk around is to check the tires, because it's very important. Because if you notice that you have a flat, you will go to the nearest gas station, not completely flat, because if it's completely flat, then you can't move. But if you know the tire is low on the air, then you go to the nearest gas station and put air in it. But the main thing is you don't want to get stopped on the highway and you have to pull over on the shoulder, especially if it's snowing. Most of the highway don't have no shoulder in the snow time, or they got shoulder, but you can't park there, because when the snow plow comes out, it plows all of the snow on the shoulder, so that it will come and collect it later and put it in the bucket and move it. But for now, they plow the snow on the shoulder, so there's no shoulder, so you don't have to inconvenience yourself. Another thing that I like to do, safety tonight, folks. We're going to do safety before I go back home. Safety. One of the other things that you also want to know, the area you're working in. Where are you? Nowadays, it's easy. Go on Google Maps and put a pin on there so that you will know the surrounding. Should in case an emergency that you need to take a detour, and because emergency, they can come in and say, okay, take this street, take that street, take this street, because they know the way around. The city know the streets. But you don't know how to, you just go take one road, just as something to from total to one place, only one road. The other corner part, I don't want to go through that. You do that here, and you get yourself into a serious issue. But if you know your way around, what are the shortcuts? That way, you don't have to be rushing yourself. In case of an emergency, they give you detour, you know how to follow it. Okay? Another thing, when you're going to work, give yourself enough time so you don't rush. You don't rush. Ice and tire don't mix. Ice and tire don't mix. You try to step the brakes, you're rolling. You can't stop. Basically, what I'm saying is don't rush yourself. Give yourself enough time to go to work. So that you don't rush. Because when you're rushing, thinking out of the window. Okay? All of these things I'm saying for safety, so that you don't involve yourself in any kind of mess. Okay? All right. Take care of your car, Your car will take care of you. It's very important to all of us. That's the safety for the evening. Let's go now. Before I go into our wrangling that is happening back home, let me just quickly show our president, the president of the Republic of Liberia, duly elected. 61.5% of the Liberian electorate. I will continue to remind all of us, how do we get here? 61.5% of our brothers and sisters in Liberia elected Dr. Weah and the VP, Madam Taylor. And I don't think there's any amount of drugs in this world that you can give to 61% of a population of the voting age. I'm not too sure how many of them that voted, but it was a huge amount. So you can't say they were on drugs, or you can't say they were drunk. These people decided this is who we want, and that's what they did. If I was in Liberia, I wasn't going to vote for that group. CDC, no. I wasn't going to vote for it. But as long as Liberians have gathered in the numbers from county to county, and they said, we're going to give you 61.5% of the voting age, the electorate, give us Dr. Weah. And I say, I don't agree with you, but I accept it. This is who you give me. Fine. He's my president now. And he will be my president until we're ready to go back again. So that's how I want us to operate. We do that, we'll be fine. In the meantime, we can question. We can criticize. Invite. We can demonstrate. As long as we understand the Constitution. How do we get here? That's Dr. Weah, President of the Republic of Liberia, duly elected. Constitutional mandate. Let me now play you another video of Dr. Weah when he was during the campaign walking in the footsteps of Monrovia. And now this one, I'm a little bit pissed on that. I'm a little bit upset about it tonight. With the information that I got from Liberia, I'm not happy. I'm not happy whatsoever. And I'll make a comment on that very shortly. But this is Dr. Weah. During the campaign, he decided he's going to go all over the country. And the area that car cannot go through, he decided I'm going to walk in. This is one of those areas. And I will continue to remind the George Weah-led government to make sure that this, before he leaves office, those kinds of places should be taken care of. Samson told LIBERIA Public, let's play that video, and then we'll come back.
Okay, all right. Let's make sure you do that same thing for you can hold. I don't need show the road, you must stay. We're going to junior that before. No, I beg you. Man, the Germans are still waiting for that. I think it's finished. Salome said it's not done. Let's make sure you
you have it, folks. And what I was going to say about the road issue, I called LIBERIA today, and I was talking to another engineer, and about 2 or 3 days ago, or maybe last week or something like that, they called me. A friend of mine called me. Mr. Tua, I said, yeah, what's happening, dude? He said, well, we're ready for you to come again. You know, I went to LIBERIA last time to help. So we're ready to come. We're ready for you to come again. This time around, we want you to come and help with the construction process. Some of the techniques that these people are talking about. We need somebody that understands construction a little bit. Not only am I a design engineer, but I'm also a construction person as well. So I said, fine. But I reminded him that when I was down there the last time, and I used to look at the plan of some of the construction, they refused. So I'm not too sure. He said, well, this time when you come, you know, you will have access to these plans and you can make your comments and what have you. I said, fine. I was anxious because I don't mind doing that, to go and impact the young engineers on how to look at the construction process. How do you construct a road that you want it to last for a long time? So I was anxious, and I asked him a question. I said, where's the road at? We got back into real total English. I said, well, but my man, what the road said? He said, oh, it's coming from Plebo area and going to Grand Jide. I said, oh, it going from Plebo to from Maryland going towards Grand Jide? He said, yeah. I said, well, is it in Grand Jide? He said, no. I said, oh, okay. What's about the one coming from? He said, oh, they're going to come from Ganta. I'm going to stop the top. So they're making Grand Jide the last. And I said, okay, call me when they're ready to make Grand Jide first. Call me when they put in roll. Folks, I'm not playing around. I'm very, very upset about it. Why would we have Grand Jide second? Why can't you take it from Ganta all the way to Maryland? Why you have to go from Ganta, Tapeta, from Maryland, Grand Jide, then you have Grand Jide in the middle? Why are they punishing us? What's going on here? I'm not happy. So I told the guy, when you're ready for Grand Jide, you'll let me know I'll come in. But right now, I'm not going nowhere. Are you kidding me? How do I explain if I'm going over there helping people to do this and do that, but when it comes to Grand Jide, then they say, you're way here. Okay, you're way here too. Yeah. I said to them, way here. I'm not going nowhere. So I called another guy this morning, another engineer, who is also a Grand Jide, and I asked him, he said, yeah, you know, the Grand Jide most likely going to be the last. But that shouldn't stop you. This is LIBERIA. That's your country. Grand Jide is not a